mayonnaise. And try Kraft Light Reduced Calorie Mayonnaise. Creamy taste with half the fat.
Divorce Court, weekdays at 3.
Where's Wally? I haven't seen him all day. He took some time off to injure. I think he's probably still in Washington, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't care less where he is.
Since when? Did you guys have a fight or something?
Yeah, or something is right.
Hey, Princess, we still on for tonight?
Yeah, of course we are, Marty.
Great, pick you up at 7:30 then.
No, because I don't always get off right on the dot, so I'll come by the surfboard and I will find you, okay?
Whatever works for you, babe. Just be ready for a good time, okay?
You're going out with Marty Heller?
Sure, why not?
I'll tell you why. From everything I've heard about Marty Heller, he is strictly bad news. You better be careful with him, Brenda.
Mr. Morgan.
Ah, well, the good doctor.
Listen, I've scheduled an extra massage and whirlpool therapy for you today. I'm going to have the orderly come pick you up in about...
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm booked for the evening.
What are you talking about?
Got a dinner date.
Well, you're going to have to cancel because I've already made the reservation.
I'm sorry, Doc. Can't do that.
Listen, Morgan, you're the one who's been bugging me about speeding up the therapy.
That's right. So what do you say we double up tomorrow, huh?
Looks like an important date.
It is. Having dinner with your mother.
Trey, you cannot be a father to Scotty. Why won't you admit that?
I can be a father to him.
I am sorry. As of right now, I don't want you to see him again. Stop!
Hi, Scotty. Hi. How's my beautiful son, huh?
Please, shut up. Busy day. Now, let me take you back to bed. You need your... Trey!
Let me just be with him for a while. Then I'm putting him back to bed.
No.
Hey.
You say goodbye to him right here, right now.
Well as liquid still safely cleans colors.
Clorox 2 did it. He looked wonderful.
I was very good today.
Well, if she's left too long, find out where she went. And Mike, if we don't find Sherry Rogers this week, we may all be out of a job. So find her.
Committee business?
Yeah, business isn't good.
Mark said you were on the verge of losing your funding.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of heat from the Hill. If we don't come up with some concrete evidence, we will lose our funding.
At that time, he said he'd found someone, a new lead.
Ah, that vanished in thin air. I don't know, Clarissa. Some days you just can't win.
Tell me about it.
You too, huh?
Oh, Wally came to see me this morning at the hospital. Wanted to explain himself, and he wanted some sympathy and understanding, and everything I said was wrong. I ended up sounding like a judgmental mother. You know, I can't help feeling that as long as he's working in that casino, he is never going to get out of the grip of Sam Clegg.
I couldn't agree with you more. Why don't I talk to Wally?
Oh, Dad, that would be wonderful. You know, he'll listen to you.
You know, Sam Clegg tried to break Tyler's career, and he certainly broke Matt's heart. Yeah, I'll talk to Wally. This is one time Sam Clegg is not going to win, and I'm going to see to it.
Brenda, been looking all over.
Jordy, I have to put this order in.
Okay. But I just talked to Wally a few minutes ago, and he's on his way over here any minute.
Fantastic.
Wait a minute. He really needs to talk to you.
Forget it.
Wait a minute. Give this guy a break, okay? And talk to him.
Jordy, don't try and tell me what...
I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I just think you're over-dramatizing this thing as usual.
It's not that simple. He lied to me.
I know. He just didn't want you to know how much trouble he was in. He didn't want to get you upset.
That's my point. He just shut me out, and if that's what he wants, then fine. It'll just be a two-way shut.
Brenda, excuse me, Brenda. I've been trying to find you.
I'm busy, Wally. Can I have 2 white wines on the rocks,
Brenda.
please? Let go of
Not until we talk.
We have said all we have to say.
No, we haven't. Brenda, I've done a lot of thinking about this.
Well, congratulations.
Brenda, I have come up with a way to pay your father back, and I think it's a great idea for both of us.
Okay, so you tell me this. Does this plan include a new wedding date before we're old enough to collect Social Security, Wally?
Come on, Brenda.
I didn't think so.
Don't look at me.
Betsy! Betsy!
Hey, George. Yeah. Your friend Lady Luck is back, and her luck has changed.
Leanne? Where?
Look, let me talk to you first.
What do you mean?
She's been losing at the blackjack table. She's losing a lot of money.
But I guess I should have stuck with what I had.
Don't do this. He's my son, too.
I don't want to talk about this in front of him.
Okay, let me put him back to bed, and then we'll work something out.
No,
Why not?
because whatever we work out, he's the one who's going to get hurt. And I will not let that happen.
Okay, Scotty, you just play in here. Won't it hurt Scotty a lot more to grow up without a father?
He has a father, one who can't acknowledge him.
I wanted to acknowledge him. A long time ago, remember? But you're the one who stopped me.
It's for very good reasons.
What, my career? The hell with my career!
I know you don't care now, but you will later on down the line.
Look, for God's sake, all I'm asking for is visiting rights. Any father gets that. Once a week, once a month. Please, don't cut me off from my son.
I'm sorry.
I have so much to give him. To
Can
do
you
for him.
give him legitimacy? Can you give him your name? No, you can't. Because you are committed to Sloan.
I won't give him up. I swear I won't.
Please, please don't make it any more difficult than it is. I love you. I don't want to hurt you. But I love him. And I have to protect him.
What, from his own father? My love?
Yes. Look at him. He's between us right now. Can't you see what's happening? If you love your son, you won't do this. Now, you say goodbye to him and let me put him up in bed.
I will miss you, son. Okay. Here.
And mine.
Yeah, here. I got something for you the other day. Look, I got this little guy. And he says, take me home to Scotty. And he said, okay. And he looked okay to me, so I said, okay. I'm not going to see you for a while, Scotty. And I'm going to miss you.
Daddy.
Yeah. And your daddy loves you very much. More than anything else in the world. Lucy, will you be a good boy for Mommy? Okay. Well, I gotta go now, okay? And I'll see you in a little while. And I will always love you. Okay? I'm gonna give you over to Mommy, okay? This isn't over yet, Kelly.
Summer at Hidden Valley. Oh, it's a real special time. Why, look, there's Tommy McCabe picking his very first tomato. Now, Tommy's mom knows there's just one... Betty Crocker.
Hey, how's that look?
Pretty spiffy.
Oh, yeah?
So, when did all this happen?
Well, this afternoon in the saloon. I decided I need a night out.
So you asked my mother.
Oh, she's the only lady I know in Washington. Look, just because I can't walk doesn't mean that I don't enjoy the company of a beautiful lady. And in case you hadn't noticed, your mother is a beautiful lady.
I've noticed.
Anyway, I owe her a dinner.
You seemed sort of casual about this, like it just kind of popped in your head.
Oh, ho, ho, the good doctor disapproves. Come on, it's all right. Aware of the fact that your mother's engaged to the esteemed senator. I'll behave myself.
Oh, it's not that I disapproved, I'm just surprised.
Yeah, what, that I invited her out?
No, she said yes.
Oh, you hurt me to the quick. What's the matter? Don't you think I can be a charming dinner companion?
Well, I'll wait to see what my mother has to say about that.
Well, that's as good as I can get it.
Too bad.
I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, listen, Doc. I don't want you to worry. I won't get your mother home too late. Oh, sorry.
Where are you off to in such a hurry?
Big dinner date.
Oh, lucky lady. Thomas, there is a reporter outside that wants to interview you.
What was it about Mr. Morgan sent her to the hospital PR?
I did. She went, she came back. She's very persistent. She says she wants a real story from you.
Well, tell her that Dr. McCandless isn't ready to talk to the press yet.
I did.
Well, tell her again.
Thomas, maybe you could talk to her?
Right, Wendy, what I'm going to tell her? The operation was a success? We got a big breakthrough? You don't know that yet.
But Thomas, you've been saying that he's been making remarkable...
Yeah, and that's off the record, Wendy. Now, look, you could tell Miss... whatever her name is...
Megan Belvure.
Okay, well, good. You tell Miss Belvure that Dr. McCandless is not going to talk to her.
Dad, when you talk to Wally, just beware. He doesn't want any of us to interfere with him.
Oh, I'll use a iron hand and a velvet glove. Don't worry.
Good. Thanks. Well, I better go upstairs and get ready for my dinner date.
Where's Mark taking you?
Actually, I'm not going to dinner with Mark tonight.
Really? Well, who then?
Mr. Morgan?
Sheriff Morgan?
Yeah, he asked me. He wanted to repay me for our dinner party.
Does Mark know about this?
Well, there's nothing to know. Look, Mr. Morgan seems to open up to me more than he does to anyone else, and not that I'm going to spy on him or anything, but I just thought maybe I could learn something. Maybe I could get him to help Tyler.
Well, you may not like what you hear.
Dad, in spite of what you and Mark may think, I can't believe that Jarrett Morgan is an underworld character.
Then why is he so secretive about his past? And he admits to being a friend of Victor Markham's.
Well, I know all of that. I better go upstairs and get dressed.
Jordy,
Yeah, any luck with Brenda?
your sister refuses to talk to me. All I want to do, Jordy, is let her know that I'm picking up a second job so I can pay your dad back.
Wait a minute. What's this about a second job?
I want to work days on a construction crew.
What, and work here at night?
Yeah.
That's crazy. A couple weeks of that, and you won't be any good to Brenda or anybody else.
Well, that's my problem, Jordy. That and trying to get your sister to see reason.
Ginger. Okay, if anybody asks for me, you don't know where I went, and you don't know when I'll be back, okay?
I can't believe you would date a creep like Marty Heller.
Yeah, well, don't tell anybody, all right? Especially Wally.
Okay, I just hope you know what you're doing.
Well, that makes two of us.
Still losing.
What does it look like?
Well, I suggest you quit now before you have to hock the family silver.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Things that happen in this casino are my business.
Then you should be celebrating. The house gets its money back and you're off the hook, so why don't you go bother someone who's winning? Hit me. Hit me again.
How much did she lose?
She's lost over $170,000.
Wait.
Leave me alone.
Let me take you home.
No, and don't follow me.
Lunchtime. Everybody's in a hurry. If I'm going to get them back to work on time, I got to stay on my toes. And if there's one thing I don't want, it's a lot of caffeine. So I don't know how to fight a woman like Rita.
All's fair in love and war, Maeve. And this is war.
Come in, Mr. Morgan.
Thank you, Mr. Charlie.
Well, I admit I was a little surprised when Clarissa told me that she was going out with you tonight.
Well, I bet you were.
I don't quite know how to behave here. Should I tell you to get my daughter home by midnight?
Your grandson beat you to it. I've already promised to have his mother home early. You McCandlesses are really very protective of each other, aren't you?
Yeah, we're a very tight-knit family. Well, Clarissa will be down in a few minutes. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you.
Excuse me. Hello. Dr. McCandless? No, he isn't in right now. No, I don't know when he'll be back. Oh, would you like to leave a message? Megan Belvoir. All right, I'll tell him. You're welcome. Goodbye. As a reporter, I want to interview Thomas about your operation. Things seem to be going well for you?
We're getting there, Mr. Tyler.
Well, Thomas hasn't said much about it, but it looks like he'll have you up and walking again.
Your grandson has given me something that I thought I'd lost forever. Hope.
Yeah, well, we can't ever lose that, Mr. Morgan. Well, what are your plans when you get back on your feet?
Forgive my superstitions, Mr. Tyler, but if and when I'm walking again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Oh, won't you be going back to Colombia? I hear it's very special.
Colombia is special and very beautiful.
Well, you must have some business to go back to there.
I dabbled in a few things. Mr. Tyler, Colombia was certainly the right place for me at the time. It was a place where I could heal in peace. But now, if and when I ever walk again, I may want a completely different kind of life.
Dad? Was that Mr. Morgan I heard arriving a few minutes ago?
Yeah.
Certainly was, Mrs. McCandless.
Oh.
Your father and I are down here having a very nice little chat.
Oh, that's good. Sorry I kept you waiting. You ready?
The next 12 hours belong to you and me. And the rest of the world just take care of itself.
That's terribly selfish.
Yeah, right.
And I couldn't agree with you more. But right now, dinner is ready.
I'm not hungry for dinner.
Okay, but there is one thing you still have to do.
What's that?
You have to go up and kiss your son goodnight. He wouldn't go to bed unless I promised that you'd do that.
Well, we'll say goodnight to him together. But first, I want to read you something, okay?
Sounds serious.
Yeah. Sit down. This is it. Someone once said that the two most powerful forces in the world are truth and love. And when they are joined, they cannot easily be withstood. It is with this in mind that I wish to acknowledge the presence of a small but very important personage who has been in the world just over a year and whose baptismal name is Samuel Pearson Clegg IV, but who answers to the name of Scotty.
I don't understand. What?
Unbeknownst to me, Scotty was conceived well before my present marriage to Sloan Denning Clegg. His mother, Kelly Harper, chose to conceal the truth from me until now. A decision which can only be described as a great sacrifice. Miss Harper believed that Scotty's birth would be a detriment to my career. Fortunately, I have learned that I have a son, and that truth and my love for him are indeed powerful. Since I do not want my son to grow up without knowing of that love, I, Samuel Pearson... like that, Scotty. No, you're right here. Look. You don't want to?
He doesn't like horses.
Look, we'll just do it this way. How about that? 1, 2. You like that? No, it's okay. I got him, okay? Now, where would you like to go? What? Oh? Well?
We can still take him out west.
Okay. Well, when he grows up, we might take him to the Aloysius' favorite dude ranch. Would you like that?
Aloysius.
Okay. Believe it or not, I spent the summer there. Yes, I did. It was a great place. Yeah, that's a horsey. Now, would you like to learn how to ride on a big horse when you go? No. No? Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to ride horses. Let's play planes, okay? Let's play planes. Okay, ready? Here we go. Like that? Huh?
Honey, you can teach me to ride.
Okay. Let's do that.
All window coverings, all carpeting. Now at 20 to 50% savings at Sears. Have a look. It's all on sale.
And we'll meet a man who really does know how to work his way to the top. We'll have these stories and much more this evening on Houston's only 5 o'clock hour of news.
Watch the new Newlywed Game today at 4.
You know, Jared, I was so caught up in trying to help Tyler that I didn't understand. Not until this morning.
Understand what?
Before I ruined the evening last night by going off on a tangent about Tyler's problems, I was having an absolutely wonderful time.
You don't have to say that on my account. You thanked me last evening. Now, let's just leave it at that.
You don't believe me, do you? That I had a wonderful time with you last night.
I don't know what I believe.
How do I convince you?
Answer me something. Would you have gone out with me if I hadn't been the man who knew Victor Markham?
Yes, I would have. And I'll tell you something else.
What's that?
I'd be very happy if I never heard the name Victor Markham ever again.
Lady, that's okay with me.
Oh. Wait, stop, quick.
Is there a problem, Mrs. Denning?
No, just take me to my room, quickly.
Thank you.
What for?
For your company last night, for the dinner in your home, for everything that you've ever done for me.
No thanks are necessary.
I disagree. And as I've said before, words like thank you and please don't come easy to me. And the actions come easier.
Well, I see you've been reading about the Crime Commission. Here I didn't think these things interested you.
I didn't say I wasn't interested. I just said I couldn't give any help.
Well, I doubt that anyone can anymore.
You don't think that your son's going to lose this battle, do you?
No, I don't. But by this time, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler's already handed in his resignation.
I suggest we turn the floor over to Captain McCandless for this, his hopefully last appearance with the Crime Committee.
Captain, are you ready to make your presentation?
Chairman Lawrence, esteemed senators and congressmen. First, I would like to thank you for this opportunity to speak to you directly. A few months ago, a joint congressional committee headed by Senator Edmund Lawrence and by an act of Congress formed this committee to investigate criminal activities in the United States. At that time, I was offered the position of chief investigator, an offer which I accepted with a great sense of honor and responsibility. The purpose of this committee was to investigate, indict, and convict any and all individuals and companies responsible for organized criminal actions against the people of the United States of America. It is to that end that this committee was organized and has functioned over the past several months.
Is this where he drapes himself in the flag?
While some individuals would discount our activities as petty and insignificant, I argue that any such committee so constituted by Congress is anything but. And as for the charges that we have accomplished nothing except the wasting of taxpayers' money, I am here today to completely and totally deny such short-sighted and self-serving accusations.
God.
Rated PG-13. Now in select cities. Starts September 27th nationwide.
Brooks, oh.
Find you here. Here, let me help you.
No. Don't get on your clothes. I got enough of me for both of us.
I sure have. You've been at this all day?
Oh, the crack of dawn. It looks like I'm going to be here till late tonight. The unveiling of the mural is tomorrow. I have 1,000 things I have not done.
You're not nervous, are you?
Oh, nervous. Me? I'm terrified. Oh, Brooks. Look, what if they don't like it?
Well, you know, people are rarely sent to jail for bad reviews.
You don't like it.
I didn't say that.
All right, tell me the truth. Now, go ahead, I can take it, I think.
Well, I think your mural is extraordinary.
Oh.
I'm particularly impressed by the way you didn't sacrifice detail for scale or size for emotional impact. It really is something, Kelly.
You really mean that? Okay, that's one down. Now, all I have to do is please the art critics, the bureaucrats at the Office of Education, the Congressional Committee who awarded me the commission, and then the general public.
I think you're aiming at pleasing all of the people all of the time, Kelly. That can't be done.
I can't do that, huh?
No, but you could start by pleasing your #1 unbiased critic, me. I've come to take you away from all of this. How about lunch on me?
Lunch? I can't even breathe and he's asking me to lunch.
Now, wait a minute. You know, it's rumored that Michelangelo actually took lunch breaks, and look what he accomplished. Now, I'll have you back on your scaffold in an hour and a half max, I promise.
Boy, I really could use a break. Oh, but look at me.
Smarts come off. You've got to change your clothes, I
Yeah,
hope.
but my hands, my face.
Well, now, wait a minute.
Oh, it's on my hair.
Shh, silence. Now, come here. Hold still. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll have you presentable enough to face the Queen herself.
Oh.
Hold still.
I knew Tyler was going to be facing some flack this morning, but resigned. You never told me anything about that.
I didn't know about it. Apparently, Julie and Tyler were up half the night discussing the situation, and Tyler felt this was the only thing to do.
Well, you've already seen him this morning?
Yes. My father and I were with him before he left for the hearing. Now, he still felt that he didn't have any hard and fast evidence to present to the committee, so he feels that the only thing to do is to resign.
Well, you know, coming up empty after just a few months isn't so unusual. Anybody who's read the papers knows that.
Well, anybody apparently doesn't include members of the Congressional Committee.
I really am surprised. Now, from what I've read about your son, from everything you've told me, Tyler doesn't strike me as being a quitter.
Oh, he's not. Well, Tyler's going to go on with this investigation one way or the other.
What do you mean, on his own?
Unfortunately, the public and the press won't see it that way because they don't know. As far as the world will know, Tyler McCandless failed completely.
The fact is, gentlemen, this committee is on the verge of exposing a network of organized crime that reaches into the upper boardrooms and executive offices of some of the largest corporations in America, and possibly into the halls of Congress itself.
On the verge, if the committee will indulge me. Captain, with all due respect, I think we all have heard enough of your excuses and promises. What we want, And what the public demands right now are facts. Cold, hard facts.
You are not interested in facts, Congressman. All you care about is some platform where you can discredit this committee and me personally.
Which is exactly what you deserve. What have you accomplished in all these months? Nothing, isn't that right?
Nothing I release to you or anyone else without proof.
Which you can't get, obviously.
Mr. Chairman, I request a short recess.
Whoa, Justin, what are you doing? Trying to save your grandson's hide once
Granddad,
again?
stay out of this.
You read this. I'm sorry for the interruption, Senator Lawrence, but we have information here that's very important to this committee.
Captain McCandless?
I know this is irregular, but we do request a 15-minute recess to examine this evidence, sir.
Captain, is this how you've been running your investigation? Well, no wonder you haven't gotten anywhere.
I think that we can grant Captain McCandless 15 minutes.
Yeah, great, Ed.
This committee is now officially recessed until 12:35 p.m.
What's going on here?
Mark, you are not going to believe this.
Take a break, America.
Okay, is it time to bake a nasty Toll House cookie? Break so warm and rich and chewy.
Mrs. Slade, can I help you? Yeah, hi, Wendy. I am looking for my mother's room. Do you know where it is?
Right here. Your ovary. Thank you very much.
Mama? Hi, how are you?
Oh, Sloan, darling, what are you doing here?
You called me, remember?
Well, of course I remember, but I certainly didn't expect you to just drop everything and rush to my side, though I should have expected it.
Mother, you told me you were being rushed to the hospital. Where else did you expect me to go, huh?
Oh, you are such a dear, darling daughter. The very best.
Mama, what is it? What is wrong with you?
Oh, it's nothing. I want to bother you about, dear. Would you close those blinds, please?
Mother, I am here and I am concerned. Now tell me, what is wrong with you?
Well, it's the headaches. They've come back again. And I'm so afraid that it's the tumor again.
Well, what did the doctor say?
Oh, you know doctors. She said there's not any sign of it, but I think she's just trying to reassure me.
Well, have they run any tests?
Well, they're going to. I'm sure I'll be here forever. I don't even want to think about it. I'd much rather talk about you. Now, tell me, now that you have seen that Harper woman, are you absolutely convinced this whole mess is over?
Mother, I am here to talk about you.
Oh, I don't want to talk about me. Trey is not still seeing that little tramp, is he?
No. No, he doesn't really have a choice.
Good. Then everything's fine.
Everything is exactly the way I want it to be right now.
Oh, perfect. That's all I wanted to know. Now, you have spent enough time bothering about your mother. You have a party to organize, a very important party, so I want you to get going right back to New York City and get started on it.
Mother, if you really need me,
Nonsense. That's what hospitals are for. You run along.
All right. All right, but I want you to call me the minute you get your test results back. Agreed?
The very minute.
All right. And you get some rest, okay?
I will, darling.
Mom, look, I know that you were very upset when Clarissa asked me to be matron of honor at her wedding.
And I reacted horribly, Sloan. I do hope that you will forgive me. It's just these headaches. They've been so terrible. They've made me so irritable. I know that you will make the right decision.
Good afternoon, Miss Denning. Ready to go down for your CAT scan?
Is that painful?
Not at all.
Well, I'm ready. Bye-bye, dear.
Bye. I will call you this afternoon.
Let me help you into your chair, Mrs. Denning.
Oh, that's all right, young man. I can do it very well. You know those people that we saw in the solarium?
Mm-hmm.
I recognized Clarissa McCandless, of course, but who was that handsome man she was talking to?
Well, that's our resident celebrity, Jarrett Morgan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been paralyzed for 10 years. Dr. McCandless did some real magic on him. The guy is already moving his feet. Now, if we got some bets going that he's going to walk out of here, my bet is Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
Now, you let me know the minute you hear anything about the hearing.
I will.
Oh, excuse me, but aren't you Jarrett Morgan?
Well, I might be. Who are you?
My name is Megan Belvoir. I'm a freelance journalist. The word is that you've made medical history, Mr. Morgan, and I'd like to interview you.
You want an interview? Talk to him. He's a miracle worker around here.
Oh, this is the famous Dr. Thomas McCandless.
Oh, well, I don't know about famous, but yes. Who are you?
She's Megan Belvoir, a journalist.
A journalist who's been trying to reach you for weeks, Dr. McCandless. You're one elusive man.
I can be, yes. Listen, would you both excuse us? I'd like to have a word with Miss Belvoir in private.
Sure, Doc.
Now, before you say anything, yes, I have gotten your messages, and I have one for you. Stop harassing my nurse, the hospital PR department, and my family. Is that clear enough?
That's not harassment, Doctor. That's persistence. And if you had the common courtesy to return my calls, none of that would have been necessary. All I want is an interview.
I don't want to give you one. At least not yet. You see, Mr. Morgan's case is inconclusive.
But nothing short of a miracle nonetheless. You've reconnected the nerves, Dr. McCandless, and they've begun to regenerate. He can move his feet. Now, certainly you'll agree that that's the sort of good news people love.
Which is exactly what I'm afraid of.
Why? There are millions of people who are unable
Yes,
to walk.
and Mr. Morgan's story will give them false hope.
But not if I make it clear that this is a unique case. Unique, but a breakthrough at the same time. Oh, it'll be a fascinating story. Even better than I had originally thought.
Oh, yes, and why is that, Miss Belvoir?
For a lot of reasons.
I see. Thought of a title for this article yet? No? How about, crippled doctor works miracle cure on paraplegic? Kind of catchy, huh? We can forget about it because it is not going to happen.
I told you before this committee even started, Edmund, McCandless was wrong for this job.
So you did, Trace, so you did.
And this is nothing more than one last dramatic stand. I mean, the man is pathetic.
Senator Lawrence, we're ready to resume.
Oh, finally.
While our case is still ongoing, still with major work to be done, I can announce today that we have sufficient proof to prepare our first set of formal indictments against certain executives of the Pan-Caribbean Corporation. Our proof takes the form of invoices, canceled checks, and secret memoranda, all pointing to the fact that Pan-Caribbean is, in fact, controlled by members of organized crime.
And so, do we get to see this evidence, or do we just take it on faith?
It's all right here, Congressman. We'll supply you with copies, and you're welcome to study them, but keep this in mind. It's only the tip of the iceberg. My full report will follow, showing that these indictments are only the beginning. That's all I have to say at this time.
Oh, gentlemen, order, please. Quiet. Congressman Clegg, Senator Weston, does this information answer your concerns, or do you have any other questions?
Yes, I'd like to see this so-called evidence first.
I'm satisfied, Ed.
Fine. Then I declare this closed session adjourned. With one warning, gentlemen. The press is waiting outside, and I urge you to remember that all information said inside this room is not to go beyond it.
Nice going.
This time. But mark my words, McCandless. These little scraps of information won't keep the committee happy for long. You better move fast. Or else you won't even be able to run for a dog catcher.
Oh, I intend to, Congressman.
Right. Goodbye, Congressman.
Bye. Judson?
Congressman?
So, Granddad, did you find out where this came from? Did you get in touch with the office?
Yes. It was delivered by special delivery, and nobody seemed to remember the name of the company, and we did not get a receipt for it.
Nothing at all. Then who the hell bailed us out of this?
Frank? Can I help?
Oh, no. Just relax.
Everything's fine. Just finishing the sauce.
Even all Wednesday.
Coast clear?
Let's home.
Listen, your mother had to make a call. Oh, by the way, when I came down here, I had the switchboard route all my calls. Did anything come in while I was gone?
No, and listen, about that reporter or anybody else wants to talk to you, no interviews. Without my permission, you got that?
Hey, listen, you have to warn me, Doc. I'm just as skittish about the press as you are.
Oh, I'm not skittish.
Yeah, reads that way to me. What's the matter? Don't you want to be a hero?
Listen, Morgan, the day that you walk out of here, I will stand up in front of national television if that's what they want, but not until then.
Never the cynic, huh? All right. I'll tell you, you better get that speech prepared, Doc, because I am walking out of here and soon.
Thomas, Jared, you won't believe what just happened. I just talked to Tyler, and he not only did not resign, but he managed to turn this whole thing into a major triumph.
What happened?
Well, it's all kind of mysterious, but some evidence arrived at the last minute.
I'm sorry, Thomas, but that reporter, Megan Belvoir, she's managed to corner Dr. Ramirez, and she's grilling her about Mr. Morgan's surgery in the doctor's lounge.
Oh, let her in there in the first place.
You were saying something about evidence?
I don't know the whole story, but it seems that a mysterious envelope arrived for Tyler, and it contained exactly the kind of evidence that he needed to get the committee off his back.
Mysterious envelope?
Well, no one knows who or where it came from.
But it was enough I mean, the committee's going to be all right.
Yeah. Mr. Morgan, you didn't have something to do with this, did you?
Me? Don't be ridiculous.
I can't believe I'm wasting a whole hour on lunch.
Will you stop? You needed sustenance, and I'm here to make sure you get it. Not to mention my dazzling company.
Well, I'm going to pay for it later, though. I'm going to be there till midnight.
Well, then you can count on me to arrive with champagne and pizza to celebrate. And I guarantee it'll be a lot more fun than the official reception tomorrow.
Oh, you'll get no argument out of me on that one. And no more argument on eating here either. I'm famished.
Mr. Spock.
God knows where that evidence came from at the 11th hour. But it managed to save McCandless's hide once more.
So what, Trey? You will still be seen as the congressman who tried to protect the taxpayers' dollars. It is no great loss. Besides, right now we have more important things to consider. For one, my party in New York. And Trey, you would not believe the list of people that I have rounded up to honor my brilliant husband. Here to see the list.
Quite a list.
Well, aren't you excited? I expected to see some fireworks or something.
Tell me, how do you do it? Juggle a Cold War in our marriage and yet plan this kind of party for me?
You really don't understand me at all, do you, Trey?
The boys ready. Follow me. The best in the house, I hope.
Well, certainly didn't take long for Kelly to replace you, did it, darling?